Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Cat Talking Show hosted by Cat Looking Barbershop. You can see here we have a new nice view from the barbershop, and we have Peter. We got Peter here in the house. We got Roger, of course, and then we got myself here, Danny. We're going to talk about today about betting, sport betting, especially now that we got there's a news going on about Ohtani. Either he's betting or not betting. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I mean, who got the news there? Who can share that?
I seen on all over the pages. You know that I guess he had fired his translator or something.
Yeah, I saw the news this morning about Ohtani. That was crazy. I don't know if there's a lot of rumors like he's been betting, or they say he's an interpreter, is the one who's betting. So I don't know if he's in it. I think that's going to be the question, if he's going to be out of baseball, or especially I don't think there's going to be a Hall of Fame.
So what do you think happens to baseball players like that are in betting or bet? What happens to them? Do they get suspended?
I would think so.
Right,
I mean, you
because I see it in other sports. In other sports, you see that.
Imagine myself, me playing, like you playing soccer, right? Let's say you play soccer, and then you put your own bet, like, okay, I'm not going to score no goal,
exactly.
And then you really don't try to score a goal just to win you a bet. I mean, that's definitely illegal. That's definitely if you play in the sport, if you part of the event that you can bet on, I think you got to be banned. You can't be doing that. Definitely not.
So let's say he's not betting on himself though, like he's betting on other teams. Then
the way it sounds, the way it sounds in the news, even though he don't want it, he's saying the interpreter, he's the one who actually betting or something like that. And now the interpreter Why you laughing, bro? Why you laughing, bro? This is no filter, bro. This is
no filter, bro. There's no filter.
Cut the part.
Cut that part, please. Cut.
No, it's just like, it's not like the thing like what happened with Pete Rose. He wasn't even playing baseball at the time that he got caught betting, like a couple of years back, and he's not even in the Hall of Fame, and he's one of the greatest baseball players.
Now, why they did that though? Like, is maybe he knows something that we, like the regular people sport betting, don't know?
I don't know.
Or
he got caught.
They might be rigged something.
And he was retired at that time. He wasn't playing the baseball.
You think that's right?
That point, I don't think at that point they should. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so. When you retire, you're not part of the game.
Exactly, you're not part of the game.
I mean,
so
he
why?
was managed the team, so that's kind of
okay. So then he was part of the
so he was part of it.
Because if you are if you are a manager or something that you inside that you can adjust to, like let's say you're a manager, you can substitute this guy for this guy. If you have something to do with the game and you're betting,
then that's wrong.
Illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Shouldn't be happening. No.
That's right.
But he's not in the Hall of Fame, and he should be a Hall of Fame as a player, not as a manager. So.
I mean, in a way, that's true. That is true. That makes sense.
Now, you think those games are fixed? Do you guys think like betting games are fixed, or you can fix it? Because it's really hard to hit a home run and say like, okay, throw me and hit a home run. That's really hard. That's not easy.
Yeah.
In my experience of betting, let me be honest, bro. I'm losing my money here with sport betting. Okay.
You're losing money?
I'm losing money. I'm deep down.
Can you make money out of betting? Can you make money in betting?
I think you can.
To be honest with you,
I think you can.
Sometimes I think you can, but when you see like the pie and you're about to grab it, bro, they just slash it. They took it away. They take it away.
I think you can.
I think you can. Even though when you Google, can you make profit or live out of sport betting? It says 3% people they can do that. Right, they can. They have the possibility of doing it.
It's a small percentage.
It's a small percentage. You know how many people are betting sport betting right now using Hard Rock, any app they use in another state. Here in Florida, they have Hard Rock. I think that's the only one right now. And let me tell you, man, my experience, I played some good bets that I should have won those bets. And guess what? It seems like somebody go in there and say, yo. There's less time. Make sure you do more points if you could choose over or under, or don't shoot at all. Or I think it's something going on in there. Sometimes it makes me think that way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. Maybe who knows? But that's my opinion towards sport betting. You can make money. You probably can, but in the long run, I think they trying to, especially the app, trying to trick you sometimes. Like, hey, you choose this one, you get less money, or you choose this one, you get more money. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
The way I think is like you gotta be lucky, right? It's just like flicking a coin.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's a head,
I
sometimes it's
think
tails.
being lucky and then just being smart about it. Let's say like, because I see what a lot of people and a lot of people's mistake. I mean, I don't bet, but people that bet, like, let's say they win so much money.
I bet you in one soccer game.
And I lost. That's why I don't bet.
Yeah.
That's why I don't bet. That's why I say I have so much like bad luck with betting. But like, let's say you win so much, you want to bet all that on that, you know? And then you end up losing it, let's say. Then you're back at ground zero.
That happens to
So
me a lot.
I'm saying you can win. I guess it's just like finding a way how to like not bet everything, just make more and more and more, I guess.
More and more.
Yeah.
I was talking to a client, I was telling him like, oh, we started with $50. Then we make it to 100, then 200, then 350, and then we like, boop, we lost
And then,
something.
all the way
yeah.
down.
We're back to down.
All the way down, yeah.
So-
And to be fair, I mean, you know, there's some bets that you be like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then when I win, if I get lucky and I actually win the bet, then that's it. I call it a day.
Yeah.
But me personally, I'm not disciplined to be enough to be like, okay, I'm stuck for the night. Stuff for the
I
day.
see, I see.
I end up going to bed and
So
be like,
discipline.
I don't know, is that called addiction? Could be. I would just go on my phone until I lose the money. And then I say, oh shit. Then the next day start again. The following day start again. And then I lose again. And it's like, I think you gotta be very disciplined in that situation.
I think
to actually
so, yeah.
and gain little by little. Because sometimes you gain 200 today, 200 tomorrow, and then you want to do 1,000 tomorrow. You can't. That's a big risk that you're taking, that you can pretty much go back to where you start zero.
Yeah.
And that would be my experience using the hard rock betting thing.
Huh.
I don't know what's your experience.
What's
You
your
wanna share
experience? You have any experiences in betting?
anything that you see that is script?
You guys like betting a lot?
Not really. It's everything's about luck. It's just the problem. Sometimes when you're betting, you bet every game, and that's when you got more chance to lose. When you're betting in 10 games, one is going to go wrong, and then it's when you lose all the money. But if you're not betting, you won't watch any games. Maybe one or two. That's about it. And you just watch the important games. People, what it is, they get addicted to the app and they start betting Chinese basketball. I'm in a group that they're betting Chinese basketball.
Bro, I know this
Like
guy.
Chinese
I know this
basketball.
guy. He was betting Little League.
Little League?
Yeah, he told his
What?
booking, bro. He's booking Little League. We gotta cut the bar.
That guy's gonna come back. You're like, wait, what? What the heck? Like, what the heck? That's me.
Talking about my experience.
Oh, heck no, man.
Little
Hey, no,
Bro,
Little League.
You gotta be kidding me.
Hell no.
When you cut yourself betting in Little League, that means
That means you gotta
stop.
that's-
That means you gotta go to
Back it up.
timeout. So.
Back it up. That's too
Yeah.
much.
I was in timeout. To be honest, I was in timeout. I put myself in timeout because I was
And
literally
what made you want to go into timeout?
my bank account. I was going to zero, bro. My wife, my bank account. I was looking at my bank account like, what the heck, bro? I was cutting for free. literally.
Cut it. He said, I quit.
I quit, bro. I said, you know what? Screw this shit.
That's
What
good.
happens to me, like, it's negative. It's like when I lose, like they said, I lose like $100. Then my next bet, I put 200 to get those 100 back. Then I lose the 200. Then I put 500. Then I put 1,000. Then I lose everything. Yeah. So if you're able to control your loss, then it would be like,
Be patient, I guess. You got to be very disciplined.
Discipline, like you said.
And I'm not disciplined.
even everything is
You
about
gotta
luck.
be lucky.
You gotta be lucky.
You
It's
gotta
like-
be lucky. You gotta hit the. Because
I
right
see
now
that.
I put literally today I put something that was gonna give me good money, and
What,
then all
you
of a
bet
sudden
on Little League?
no, not Little League, no.
I thought I heard
Nah,
it say
I
Little League.
Did
Yeah.
I say Little League?
I thought you said
Yeah,
Little
No,
Little
League.
later
League.
today. Later this early today.
I think we
I
misunderstood.
put some bet and all of a sudden the guy the team was winning and they didn't win. I'm like, what the heck? In the last inning they lose in the
Oh,
baseball
yeah.
thing.
So-
It's sometimes you
See
be like
stuff like
winning
that,
and then you
yeah.
lose and it's sometimes unpredictable.
Baseball is hard, especially for especially.
But I
in
think you know
spring
what?
training.
When they go to regular season, I think it's going to be a lot better because you can literally still choose who's going to win. Because in spring training, do not bet on spring training, guys. I'll not recommend it. I'll try to keep myself out of that, even though I still do it. But hey, don't do
Who
it.
does bet in spring training?
I do.
To be honest, I don't.
Not recommend it. Not totally not.
Don't recommend. Don't do it, guys.
Yeah,
Whoever's watching from home, don't bet.
Don't bet.
Don't
Betting
bet at
is
all.
bad, bro. Don't do it on your own risk. Don't follow us. We
like
don't know
you said,
shit
do it
about
at your
what we're
own
talking
risk.
about most of the time here.
Yeah.
80% of the time we talk. Don't follow us.
Don't follow.
In the
Yeah.
meantime, just keep watching. Hit
Well,
the like
follow
button.
the channel.
Follow the channel,
Shout.
but don't.
You know, if you like the content, help us out. Subscribe. Be a subscriber. Be be alive there in the comment. Tell
What
us
you
what
guys
you
think
think.
about Tani? You think he's guilty or not?
Yeah,
Is he-
what do you
is
think?
he-
guilty?
Did he really did it? Or no?
Yeah, that's the point.
Man, it makes it seem because like, how is the guy gonna make so much money? You know?
Yeah, because he said at the beginning, Otani says that he feels sorry for his friend, and he give him like $5 million to pay his
Come
debt.
on.
And
I
that's
mean-
how he went. And now the guy said, no, I was betting on him. He gave me the money, I paid his debt. So
I mean, it
think-
just makes it look so like suspicious
Suspicious.
just because he fired the guy. I mean, it's like
Yeah, if you feel sorry for
If
him,
you
let's
feel
say you
sorry,
help him
like,
out because
yeah.
you feel bad for him. How will you fire
why
the
would
guy
you fire the
afterwards,
guy? Exactly.
It has to
I
be
don't know.
something going
I
on
think
there.
there's some guilt into that from
I
Otani's
know.
part.
I mean, what the people watching, what do they think? If they
Well,
think that he
exactly. What
did
do you
it or
guys
he
think? I
interpreted
mean-
what's right? Who did it? You know, at this point we don't know because the news haven't come out yet. I mean, all we know is that somebody did it, and they blending each other, I guess, right?
Yeah, and I feel like you see that everywhere too. Like not just like baseball, but in sports, like a lot of players bet on like stuff. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he does bet. You know,
Even
like what happened in soccer.
like soccer. Like there was a player from the Premier League that was caught betting, and I think they banned him for up to a year, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, he was betting too. So I mean, I see more players doing it than I guess his friends or stuff like that. Because I mean, why would people care if his friend was betting?
right.
Yeah. It's now that he got caught that he's starting to come out and say that, I guess they stole money from him or whatever they're saying online. But I don't know. I feel like there is guilt from
Maybe back in the World Cup, when Brazil gave the game away, or friend who gave it away? Brazil, right? Brazil gave sold the World Cup.
Oh, on that 7-1.
Yes,
oh,
remember?
Okay, yeah.
1998.
98.
Maybe
Oh.
at that time, maybe something was fishy going on. Maybe somebody was betting a lot, or maybe it has to do with some sport betting. Who knows? I mean, but they definitely it looked like him. It actually got.
Yeah.
Give it away.
I guess you see it. I mean, a lot of these games make it seem like, they really do throw it away for bets. But I don't know.
And it's hard
I
in
guess-
playoffs.
Basketball is the one suspicious. Basketball.
Basketball?
Other on they like hitting the basket, they call for timeout, they go and talk, boo boo. Everybody like,
Dude, sometimes the game is already like far apart. Like you literally don't have to spend 1 minute shooting. You're not going to tie the game, or you're not going to even get close to that game or make a closer scoreboard in 1 minute. It doesn't matter how many times you shoot the ball as a 3-point. You know, and you see teams like, especially last night, Boston and the Bucks.
yeah.
Boston Bucks. They were, dude. They were not. I mean, it wasn't a big gap of the space of the points difference,
Or like
but it
12
was
points.
like 12 points. But it was already like 30 seconds. What are you going to do with 12 points? You're not going to make 3, and then you're going, foul him and get 2 points. It's already over. You know, at that point, just by respect, you'll be like, okay, 30 seconds, 20 seconds left, just hold the ball. And they were like literally shooting 3. Even the guy, Jason Tanner, he even got the ball like, oh shit, you gonna foul me again? It was like literally less than 1 second, and they were going for him. Like, dude, come on. He threw the ball like in the air, and they're like, okay, never mind. Game is over.
Yeah, he was mad. He
Go
looked
foul
mad.
somebody else in the
Yeah,
stand.
he was mad.
He was mad, bro.
He
Because
threw the ball
dude,
away.
like, just stop. You already lose. You stop.
Yeah.
You know, and
And
some
I'm not-
people betting, it's hard because if you like bet over or under, you're like, oh shit, stop. You know, like, relax,
That's true.
cool down, bro.
Yeah, I had
Chill.
one client that he came this was like a month ago, and he came to me, he's like, oh, do you bet on basketball? Like, yeah, just a little bit, but not too much because basketball is tricky. He's like, oh, tonight they're playing Boston against Lakers. I know a little bit about basketball, right? So Boston right now is the number 1 team this season. It's unbeatable. They haven't lost at home at all, only 1 game. But before they played the Lakers, right? They haven't lost at all. They were undefeated. So this guy come to me and he's a client. He's like, oh, I want to bet on the Lakers. I was like, why? He said, oh, there's inside information that they're going to win. And I was like,
Oh my god,
dude, the Lakers playing the best team in the league. And not only that, the best 2 players of the Lakers, they're not even playing the
Then
game.
they're playing the game.
you don't want to put money in that game. No, but I'm in this group that they told me the Lakers gonna win. I was like, I don't know, you do what you. I didn't do it. Yeah. That night, I didn't bet anything. I watched the game. Guess who won?
Lakers.
The Lakers without LeBron and David, the two best players they had. And Boston had the whole team playing. And they lost by 20 points.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's the only game they lost at home.
Suspicious.
Wow. That was like...
So yeah, see, that's what makes it seem suspicious, I guess.
And the Lakers, they were the underdog in the whole game. So imagine how many people love money there in Boston.
A lot of people.
Like I would have lost money.
Like if I would have bet, I would have go for Boston. To be honest,
I would never choose Lakers. The money the spread was like way too. They give it too much favor to Boston.
To Boston, and sometimes I think, and that's what makes it sometimes tricky. That makes me think that something's going on. Like they script those games for betting and all the live betting type of thing. Because I remember in football,
like the Cowboys,
they had them over. Like the Cowboys, they were negative. If I remember correctly, negative 700, 800 somewhere in there. So if you want to make money out of that, you got to put at least 700 to get 100 or something like that. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
So you literally have to put a lot of money into
700 to win 100.
Yeah, and people will actually want to make money and be like, oh, this is so secure against the Green Packers. So maybe a lot of people put more money in there, and people like us that we don't have a lot of money, for sure, we put something in thinking, okay, this is secure. In reality, there's nothing secure, and guess what happened? Maybe the app did it that way because they probably knew Green Packers already scripted to win. Who knows? This is me talking my opinion, guys. I don't have no information at all.
Just, guys, please.
Just me saying what I think.
Cowboy fans don't come for him.
What I think. Okay? And
I think so, yeah.
And sometimes make me think that way.
I mean, the problem with Cowboys, they haven't been good since 1995.
96 or 95? Yeah. I'm always confused.
They haven't
96.
96? Or 95?
96.
They had a good team every year, but they always
I feel sorry for the people who's a Cowboy fan and they born in that year. They haven't win.
Honestly, they haven't seen them win.
It's okay, bro. It's all right. One day,
maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
It's like any other team, I guess.
It's okay. Relax. Okay, it's all right.
But
and for the people out there, if you like to bet, right? If you do sport betting and you think similar to what we might talking here, and what sport you think that is something script that could be a script that you think is script or something
like every sport, I would think, like even soccer. Remember that bet I lost against Manchester City? It was a handball. And they didn't call
it. Clearly a handball. I can put it right here. I can put a little clip and people will see.
Put a little clip of that little hand. I mean, everyone's gonna say it's a handball.
They were literally about to play volleyball.
Yeah, at that point, yes.
And this is my point. When they have the ball,
and there was 2 penalties in that same play.
And they have what they call the VAR.
The VAR.
Yeah, and he didn't go.
So what point they have the VAR for?
That's exactly what I've been saying.
Well, they saw the VAR and said they didn't touch his hand.
And why they touch his butt?
Well, it touched it twice, right? If I'm not, no. So on one of the plays, he was pulling the guy.
That was one foul.
That was one foul.
They
and then the next one, he hits the hand. It's like a volleyball play. I'm like, bro.
Like those basketball thing that you trick that you go like this. He was pretty much doing that shit. He was doing pretty much that shit. And then they say no penalty.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, dude, come on.
And that's what makes fans think that. I mean, a lot of the times it is scripted just for plays like that, because I mean, you have a VAR, which is a video replay. You can do that.
Technology,
exactly.
Bro. They have high technology.
Why pay so much for that if you're not gonna call the right call?
I'm in a group when that happened. They say, "Oh, FBI's there." FBI's in the house.
They jump in the game, bro. They jump, and it makes me think sometimes that way because you see, watching the game, you're like, "What the hell?" I know we're humans and they're humans, and they can make mistakes. That's totally fair. But when you have technology, when you have cameras, different angle, 60 frames per second, you see every frame, every second, and you don't get it right, that makes me like.
It makes you wonder.
Me wonder. And Stevie that's Wonder. Crazy. Yeah. And it's not Stevie Wonder.
Not Stevie Wonder.
But not Stevie Wonder.
Not Stevie Wonder.
And it's it's the way I see it, in my opinion, and I went timeout because of that. I was losing money. In basketball, to my experience is, I think basketball has the most, in my opinion, scripted games.
I think so too.
I think. Because they can script that easy. They can say, hey, 3 points without nobody shooting. You shoot, but don't make it.
Last night I was watching the Golden State. They were throwing 3 point left and right. Nobody guards. Like they're just like shooting.
And I seen the Golden Warriors games before, and they're like missing on the chat. Corey, I was like, did Corey lost all his threes?
Yeah, because that guy was good.
And yesterday was like,
good.
Yesterday he was on fire.
Yeah.
It was like burning.
Well, when you don't got no defense, it's like you practicing.
I guess that's
what
what it is.
I guess
put
so,
two
yeah.
arms in front of you, and you know, it's another.
That Bear team, the Blazers, that's what it's called.
Trailblazers, the Blazers.
Bro, they have hit me so much that I hated that team now.
What?
I'm telling you, twice now. And I used to see that team and used to think, I'm like, oh, this team I seen, they beat good teams. And I don't know anything about basketball. So people out there, I don't know shit about basketball. I like baseball. Baseball is my only sport I watch a lot, and I know more about baseball than any other sports. But I do tend to watch here and there, and especially now that I'm doing sport betting, so I got to keep my eye on the basketball thing.
Yeah.
And I see those bears, and I call them teddy bear in Spanish, right?
Teddy bears.
So I say, because I don't know, they got a weird name that I sometimes I cannot even pronounce. Sometimes
Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies.
Blizzard, whatever.
Grizzlies.
Well, they have a weird name at the beginning. I'm like, you know what? I'm just calling it teddy bear because they have a bear outside.
Yeah.
And the first time they bite me, bro, I'm like, damn, the points was right, but they went to overtime. I'm like, come on. So they screwed me up, right? They screwed me up big time. I'm like, you know what? And then I saw him last night. I said, let me go and choose again because maybe now they have it this time. Guess what? They still bite me again. So I said, you know what? F those teddy bears. They're not teddy bears no more.
So maybe that's what it is. They see you betting on them and they lose.
And that's why I'm starting to think that, hey, Danny's already putting his hard work labor.
That's what
money.
It is. Yeah.
You know, cutting hair, 8 hours. Yeah.
Cutting hair.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's my hard working money. And they say, Danny already betting. All right, do the opposite, guys. That's what I see sometimes. You know.
What
and
about
that's my opinion.
that fight, the boxing? Boxing seems to be like.
They say that boxing's the same way.
Back in the days?
Yeah.
I know.
No, definitely, for sure. I think back in the days.
They pay those refs. Sometimes you see a fight. Like,
now it's getting worse. What do you think about that fight, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul?
I really can care less. I know for boxing fans, it gets them mad because it's like a YouTuber, you know, got famous and
from
it's
Disney
like,
also?
Yeah.
Oh, he coming from Disney, bro. He coming from Disney.
That customer was mad.
He was sad,
I mean,
bro.
people that watch like
The class are mad every time
they get mad about that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I guess because a YouTuber like. But I guess they do it for the money. They don't do it because of the...
Everything's a show here.
Everything now is just a show. But it's like,
every sport is for the money. Like baseball,
entertain too.
It's like they get paid, you know? They get paid to put that show.
But do you see Jake Paul as a real fighter?
Yes. Like,
I mean,
he know how to fight.
I could be a real fighter.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Can be a real
Anybody
fighter.
could be a real fighter.
Because these days, you get a trainer that train you really good. You pay him and he train you really good. It only take you like... Imagine you start training as a boxer for a year or two. You become a real fighter. I mean,
I guess so.
And he's not bad. I see him fight before.
He's not bad, but here's the thing. He's only lost against... I mean, he's only beaten MMA fighters.
Okay, so now he's going to test himself to be a professional.
He fought against the boxer, which is, I
Who
guess...
fought Mayweather? That was his brother, right?
Logan Paul.
Oh, Logan Paul.
Oh, wait
Logan
a minute.
Paul.
So we have two people now? The two brothers are
Jake
fighting
Paul,
one time?
Whoa, Logan Paul. Logan Paul's doing
the
it.
whole boxing.
Logan Paul,
I
I
was
think,
only the
is like
same
a
guy.
wrestler now.
So be ready. If we get famous, I'm going to start fighting. You're going to start fighting. And Roy's
We're all
going
going
to
to start fighting then.
I'll be a trainer.
You're going to leave
Bro, I thought it was only one, the same guy.
No, it's two.
Oh, so now the two brothers.
Logan Paul-
Oh, no, he's
they
going to
also-
get his ass whooped.
Logan Paul, I think what he does is he does wrestling now. He does WWE.
Yeah, now-
But
don't fight no
who
more.
fought Mayweather?
Logan
Logan.
Paul.
Logan Paul.
The
So
other guy.
he's the one who's good, though. He's the one I think
he's the better
I guess
one.
He's the one that's being
I
from
guess,
that people
yeah.
are like, oh no, he's not going to beat this guy, and then but he has good trainers. And then the other guy was the one in YouTuber, right?
Jake Paul, yeah.
They're
Jake
both
Paul.
The one that
YouTubers.
was in Disney.
I know, but
They have a podcast too, yeah.
They have podcast.
yeah, maybe they can come here and we can talk.
Yeah,
bro.
we can talk.
Why
We
not?
can fight.
Fight.
Beat him up.
I'll go for one round.
that guy over there,
I'll go
I
for
bet.
one round.
Yeah.
Running
You
back.
think you can beat him up?
Of
You think you
course,
can beat him
I can
up?
beat a round, bro. He
Hell
can't
no.
catch me, bro. I start
He's been
running.
trained. I ain't trained.
Well, I have to train. If I train,
Oh
I
my
can
God.
beat him up.
Hey,
I used to be a
if
boxer
you-
back
if you-
in when I was a little kid. I used to be my family background is come from the boxing. My grandpa.
But that's what I was
used to be a
saying. Like,
professional
And what story he got? Like back in the day, they were paying 1 peso. It was a
peso.
lot. Like not here,
That's a
1
lot.
peso right now.
No,
It's
he
just a
went
lot.
like the story of my grandfather. He came and he's like he was ready, he was preparing to fight. And when he go to fight, he asked the guy, hey, how much I want to get paid? And the guy said, oh, 1 peso. And he's like, 1 peso? You only gonna pay me 1 peso when I spend 3 pesos just my breakfast every day? Hell no, you fight yourself.
I'd rather fight in the street.
I'm not fighting.
I'm fighting in the streets, Heck no.
I spent $3 just in breakfast this morning. You pay me what?
That makes no sense.
That doesn't make
that's
sense.
crazy.
No
but
sense.
Who do you think? What do you think of that, Mike Tyson and?
I think it's whatever. I mean, if they both
gonna be a
want to
fight.
make money, I guess it works out for both of them.
I think it's, and I don't watch too much boxing, guys. So don't. Hey, I'm not an expert boxing, but I think, in my opinion, those shows that they doing like MMA, fighting, boxing, I think it could be ruin boxing, which I think boxing's already ruined. Where those, people don't want to watch it and stuff like that. I know they're trying to do something different, but I think those shows, because you don't. Mike Tyson he was great at his back in his time.
No, yeah.
Now he's retired. He's
exactly. He's at the age where it's like.
But that's the problem right there. You just said it. It's like boxing is already destroyed. So that's why you see this type of fight. If boxing was in the top when it used to be back in the 90s or early 2000s,
you don't see nothing.
That's when it started to go down. That's what I think. You won't see this type of fight because now who is a great fighter now? That you can tell. Tell me like 5 great fighters right now.
Well,
Crawford's a good one. Tank. You think Tank? Canelo.
Canelo. So it's like back in the 90s or 2000, you got like 20 fighters that you like, oh my God.
And let me get this, and they were fighting each other. They're like
exactly.
here now. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta be undefeated. I gotta fight those younger kids or who nobody knows who that guy is and fight him and win because they're pretty much saving the records. They want to, protect themselves.
Like now from Mexico, who is a great fighter? Before you used to see like Marquez, Barrera, De La Hoya.
There was a bunch.
They was like
there was a bunch.
Like,
there was
all
good
those
ones.
Mexicans, they were like, Marquez used to fight and they was like, oh my God. I think there was a fight. I don't remember if it was Marquez's brother against Herrera. Or that's the greatest fight I think that I ever see. They fight from round 1 to 12 and they were beating each other.
Yeah,
like that was like, oh my God.
I remember watching that one.
And at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, they come and hug each other. That was like,
damn, they beat the hell out of themselves and then they hug.
That fight was crazy.
Hey, that's sport right there. That's
true.
we're fighting the ring, but outside we're friends.
Like,
we're
after
just
the fight, it's
totally
like,
fine with it because it's sport. It's a sport.
Yeah, now you see people they don't want to fight. They run around. They just like punch here and there.
That's what they say about like Canelo. Like Canelo, they say that supposedly. They say he's the greatest fighter, of course, but they say that he ducks a lot of fights. Like he doesn't want to fight against the greatest or whatever.
And I think so too, Canelo. He's
but I don't see that because
I think everybody is.
Everybody does that.
He's moved up weights and weights and weights, but he's always fought the greatest fighters in that weight division. So I mean, I see that people want him to fight like these type of fighters, but I mean. It's a lot too. I mean, for him to move up weights, go down, he's still fighting.
Yeah.
He's still fighting the best.
Are you Canelo fan?
I don't got nothing against Canelo, but the way I saw Canelo when he started, when he was like 15, and I think they made it. They make him who he is. Like for example, I don't know. A lot of people said Dera Giro. He's overrated for me.
He definitely overrated. I don't know who
Dera Giro is a showstopper for the Yankees. He just sell a lot of money. He just sell. He's not a bad player, but he's not as the
way they true.
The way they make him
seem. He was a great hitter, but different. It wasn't all that. Like, if you literally like 5-star.
If you pull up the numbers, it's not.
The number is like he wins like Gold Gloves like. He shouldn't won like 3 of those. Like the same thing they said with Messi. He win like the last
2, I think it was, right?
The last 2 that Messi win, he shouldn't won.
He shouldn't even
the Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
So he already famous, so they give it to him because
he's famous.
And the same thing happened to Canelo. Like I think Canelo when he's starting up, like Mexican fight, like you said before in the 90s, in the 80s, they were like great fighters from Mexico. So a lot of people like Mexican fighter. So they brought Canelo as a prototype and they just like
and they created.
He's not bad, but I don't think he's like greater as it is. Like I mean, there's some fights. I believe Marquez is better than him. Chavez,
he's
better than him. De La Hoya is better than him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then they put Canelo like up here and then the other fighter down here. I don't think. Maybe I see it wrong. Maybe I'm not. Who knows? But that's the way I see.
I think pound for pound, I think he's one of the best. Pound for pound.
because I remember that he fought Lara, the Cuban guy, and I thought he lost that fight. And
I think against Lara, yeah.
It was a tough fight.
It was a
'cause
tough fight.
I didn't watch the fight live, but then I watched it replayed, and I think Lara kind of like I thought Lara should have thrown more punches than what he normally throw, because he should have thrown more punches. But I think Lara actually landed better shots than Canelo did. But then Canelo was pretty much cooking his the lower body, the ribs and everything.
No, he's a great fighter.
He's tough. He's tough. But I think that fight, it shouldn't go to. I think either it was a draw or Lara won, but not Canelo won.
Yeah.
But now, you think Canelo is the greatest Mexican fighter?
The greatest? No. I don't think he's the greatest. I don't think he's the greatest.
I don't think.
No, I don't think he's the greatest.
Top 5.
He is really good in this era. In this era now.
Yeah.
Just because of what he's accomplished during his career.
How about Mayweather?
I don't have anything against Mayweather. I think Mayweather was a good, smart fighter.
When you say smart, what do you mean by smart? They're smart by not getting the opponent at the right time, facing the opponent at the right moment, or he smart because boxing skills?
No, because his boxing skills. I think he was just like a smart fighter. He know what to do, and I think he really studied his opponents really, really well too. Like many people say that he runs from a lot of like fighters, like while in the ring. But I mean, he was really a good defensive player, a boxer.
What's going on, Roger?
What's going on with you guys?
I don't know.
But I think Mayweather is the greatest fighter I ever see. Like he knows how to fight.
He knows how to fight. I think he knows how to get into you.
He fought the best one.
He knows how to get into your head.
No, of course, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course, but he knows how to fight. Like, he knows how to fight.
Yeah, definitely. But
like the deal with boxing is like you hit and don't get hit, and he knew how to.
But some people find that boring, which I don't understand. If you like boxing, the rule in boxing, you gotta hit and you gotta get less damage. But as a fan, as people watching the fight, they want people to actually beat the shit out of each other. The guy punch him, and then the guy will punch him, and they go straight for like 7 or 8 rounds, knockout, everybody, and they're bleeding, blood and everything. But in reality, boxing, the art of boxing is you punch, you do your combo, then you step back, you pretty much avoiding the other opponent to hit you. And some people find that boring. And a lot of good boxers out there, they do it that way, and they don't, they find themselves boring. In reality, they're actually doing the right thing, in my opinion.
The only fight Mayweather, I think.
What's going on? Is the guy in the stand, please?
Sorry, guys.
People in the stand?
Sorry, guys.
Trying to be professional here?
The only fight I think Mayweather, like, he did do that fight, but he take a little bit longer, was against Pacquiao. And I think he would have won it anyways. It would have against Pacquiao.
Yeah. I think it would have been a closer fight. I think it would have been.
But people are saying he fought Pacquiao when he was
later on.
Well, yeah, because Pacquiao was already
the same way. He would have been
same results.
Yeah, I think Mayweather would have still beaten him. Many say that no, but yeah, they know deep down that.
I would love to see Oscar de la Hoya and Mayweather, but when the Oscar de la Hoya was younger,
in his prime, exactly, because he fought him when he was
maybe in the future with those VR thing, maybe
we can do it.
Yeah,
maybe they can fight now. They can come out with a fight.
What at the rate we're going? Yeah, you be fighting somebody who's already like 80 years old.
That's true. No, that's
still on, bro. That's still on. Nobody's retired.
No,
so the rate we're going with the boxing stuff. So.
But no, I mean, I think Mayweather was a good fighter. I don't think he was the best, but. He was.
No, he's up there. He's good.
Who you top 3 fighters?
It's tough, I guess.
Mine will be my wife.
She beat you all the time.
My wife beats the shit out of me all the time, bro. No matter, I can't even run from it.
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
That's the one, bro. That's my top one right there.
Yeah.
But no, to be serious now, Mayweather, I definitely will put him in my list. And I gotta be a little biased with the Cuban boxing, and I think Rigon Diao. I got into when I was watching a lot of boxing. That was one of my favorite boxers to watch and follow, and it was him. He actually did a tremendous fight against Donito Donaire. Mm-hmm. He beat him up badly. And one thing that we were talking about earlier about something script, guess what? That match, if I remember correctly, it was in 2013. Actually, 13, somewhere in there. I think it's 2013. And the judges. They literally, one of them, I think they gave it to Donaire, it was an anonymous decision. It was Rigon Diao won it all 3. But one of the judges, it was so close I'm like, what the hell this guy's watching? You know, he was paid for something or what? Because he literally donated after the fight. He was wearing, you know, sunglasses like this big because you can see all his bruises and everything. And for me, my top will be Rigon Diaz, Mayweather. And then the third one, I mean, I can probably throw Canelo
tough,
in there.
you know?
I can probably throw Canelo in there because he's really good, though. He's really good. I can throw him in my top 3.
Yeah.
So how about you? You have any top 3?
I would say Mayweather. Like those fights, I never see it like.
That's what I'm saying. Like in my times, I mean, I've seen
in my
some,
time.
No,
This is my time.
Yeah. The one that I see is like Mayweather,
time.
Marquez, and.
Because there's a lot of great fighters back in the time, but I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even thinking of being born. So I'm talking my time, my experience, me watching boxing.
So yeah, it would be that Mayweather, Marquez, and maybe.
Okay. Is there
just
such
say,
thing?
Just say Canelo. Just say Canelo.
You never go wrong with Canelo.
Canelo. Let's
Yeah,
put
just
Canelo.
put Canelo. Canelo is there.
Canelo,
you know,
Canelo.
if you're
Canelo
watching,
is
you can
yeah,
feel free to
Canelo.
come here, man.
No, don't come here.
Don't
Beat
come
him
here.
up. I can beat Canelo.
Nah, Canelo's got
I
a
can beat
strong
Canelo.
chin,
You can bring
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I got
Canelo
my-
comes
I
here
got long
actually to
arms.
get his haircut.
Canelo does come here.
Yeah. He comes here, bro. You know.
Yeah, no, you're
picture of
right.
him.
You should put a picture of them if you have him, man. He looks it's like identical,
He
man.
definitely look like
Identical.
Canelo.
He's like Canelo. That's his
Yeah,
nickname,
bro.
Canelo.
That's Canelo, bro. That's
He
Canelito, bro.
definitely look
So
like
at the end of the
Nah,
day, what do you
man.
think about betting? Like,
They're in the sports, you know. Many
So
people think that.
what's the sport that you think is that you look like the most script?
basketball.
You?
If he says basketball, basketball.
Because you don't bet?
I don't bet, man. I tell you, I bet.
So
I don't
basketball it is. I think basketball, could be the easiest. But then boxing, they can always. Back in the day, they paid their
boxing.
judges.
I've always heard that boxing too.
Yeah,
I've
because
always heard
it's
boxing.
only one guy.
Yeah.
You only relay one guy.
One guy.
Yeah.
So it's
It's easy to
one,
corrupt one
Yeah.
guy than like
then the
five
whole
guys.
team and bunch of people.
But then
Whatever.
at the end
Yeah.
of the day, it's like, how can you fix so many guys? Everybody got it, like, had to get fixed. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. I don't think that
People say the NFL is script, but then people
Many
say
say
it's
that.
hard. It's hard, like to have everybody on the
player,
same
like-
page.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like
But
you
sometimes
said,
you can
yeah.
take the referees. You can, take.
Yeah.
maybe they can
I mean, you
give
can
the
pay a
call.
referee.
Like the
I've
World Cup.
seen
Like,
that.
what do you say about the World Cup when Argentina won?
Well, that's a good question.
That's a
So-
good question.
Not me personally, but I have clients that say that supposedly Argentina was gifted the World Cup.
And
What do you guys think about that?
I think so. Yes, I was watching, and I wasn't even betting at that point, so it wasn't because I lost a bet or nothing like that. I was literally, we were watching every game here live from 8 a.m. that we start to 6:30 when we finish, and I was watching every game, and I think Argentina, in every game they had a penalty, and most of the time it wasn't even a penalty, and they have and this is what we talk about the VAR. For no reason, because at the end they call it penalty, and it wasn't in reality it wasn't a penalty. And those soccer players, I don't know why. That's why sometimes I kind of like talk trash about soccer, because you go like this and they fall. They pretend like, dude, if you're going to fall down and trick the referee, do it realistically. Like if you were to touch you like a little
Yeah.
bit harder than a soft touch.
I see that's what ruined soccer a bit, because now, like you say, you get touched a little bit and they fall because they want that
They
foul.
want
and it's
the-
like, no,
and no,
play,
just keep going,
play
bro.
hard. Yeah,
Just
like,
keep going.
Keep playing. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean,
And there was call. There was call
Yeah.
for Argentina, in favor of Argentina, that make the game flew differently. Because if you play 0-0, the opponent will play very differently. Like if it was 1-0 against in favor of Argentina.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. Because when you lose in the match, you play a lot differently if you will be tie game.
So you think that World Cup was
fixed for Messi to win it?
In the start of it in Qatar, they find out they were paying for those voters to be in Qatar. That was one of the big news.
They came out with the documentary about
FBI
that. That the
was in it.
FIFA
They were involved.
was.
So that tells
Yeah.
you that Messi, what the only thing was missing, it was the World Cup. And I don't have nothing against
Yeah.
Messi or nothing against Argentina or nothing like that. In fact, I even love Messi since I was a kid. I watched
If you
Messi.
see this, don't pay attention
good.
to
He's
him.
the
I hope you
best.
come here.
He's the best. But, however, that doesn't mean that sometimes they could not help him out. They probably not give the World Cup, because winning the World Cup is hard. But
It
in
is.
winning is hard. But that little push, to kind of be in the final. You know what I'm saying?
Needs.
That would be my opinion towards. And I watch mostly all the games in the World Cup, and that's what I think. Sir? My opinion.
No, I don't think it was like given to him.
It wasn't given to him.
It wasn't given.
They lost the first game. They lost against.
But that's what makes you think.
The first game against Saudi Arabia.
And then they play a great game against
Mexico.
And then in the final, Poland. If it wasn't from that stuff from the goalkeeper, they would lose.
I'll tell you, that final was one of the best finals I've ever seen. You can't. You really can't.
Easy.
Yeah.
Remember, we watched the final replay. We watched the penalty calls. It wasn't a penalty. Di Maria fall down. Like, come on, dude, that was not a penalty. And they right there they give it to him. And little things. It's not like the game was scripted to end the way it ended. No, it actually ended really good.
Yeah,
it's just that
was a really good game.
Those little touches, like penalty stuff, those little things, it adds up and helps you to kind of like a boost type of thing. A boost. They didn't give it to him. They probably help him favor.
So what did
help them out a little bit?
Favor out. Yes, because in Netherlands, in that game, I think Messi would have got a red card for the next game because he had a yellow card, and with another yellow card, guess what? He will not play the other game, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's
he wouldn't have played the.
He wanted to play the next game
so
if they won
the final.
So that would be they beat the Netherlands, and then the semifinal. They were going to the semifinal against Croatia.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And let me tell you this, right? And let me tell you this, Messi, before that play of Messi, one of the Argentina guys put their hand, it wasn't accidentally. The ball was going to the guy and he stopped the ball or something like that, if I remember correctly, and yellow automatic. That was a yellow automatic. Because, you did it on purpose.
On purpose,
right? Put your hand on purpose. Messi did the same thing and he didn't get a yellow card.
Nothing.
Because if he would have got a yellow card, he wouldn't play the next game. So those little things, that's what makes me think, like, hey, just because he's Messi, you gotta, shake it. No, you gotta be fair for everybody. You gotta play the game for fair for everybody.
So, yeah.
That's the way I think, right? You just can't be because Peter is whatever. We gotta let it,
let it slide.
Stuff that is not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion.
What are your opinions?
Am I going to get in trouble with this? Probably some people in the comments will say, "Oh, look at this guy! I don't know shit. He's saying he's Argentina." Blah, blah. No, I like Argentina. I like Messi. I like it. Everybody. It's just my opinion.
Roger? You like expert in soccer?
You're a soccer expert, so you know more than we.
Not really, here. But I think the way they made it seem like I think they favored them a lot. I don't know. Maybe they thought because maybe it might be Messi's like last World Cup or something that they kind of favored them. Because it was kind of, to a lot of people, it was kind of weird how at the end, they've never done this, but they put a robe over him. In the World Cup final,
good
they put a robe over him. But I don't know. A lot of games, like you said, there was like calls that could have been worse because let it be someone else. They would have definitely given them a yellow card, called a penalty, right?
Yeah, they probably like suspend that guy for life.
But exactly. But since it was Messi, I don't know. I think the referees.
The same thing happened with Mexico back in 2010. With what's his name?
Oh, with the
no penalty.
With the famous no era penal.
No era penal. Yeah.
Because Mexico, they put a penalty there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do for money. It's a business.
Yeah. It's all about business. Show. It's a show who makes more money. Who makes more money.
Mexico go to the next round, they're not going to make nothing. They're like, it's better to Netherlands to go than Mexico. It's like.
That's the way they look at it.
Yeah. But I guess, a lot of people say, they favored Argentina a lot to win that World Cup.
They favored. I think they did. They did,
but I can't say anything because Mexico was in that same group and they really didn't do much. But
Mexico doesn't do much either way.
Lately they haven't. So.
Lately they need to get better players, man. They need to get better.
What they need to do is learn how to.
Since Chicharito retired, Mexico is not the same team.
Well, Chicharito retired. He's been doing iPhone commercials.
He's been doing podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, but I think.
So who is the best soccer player from Mexico in the history? Chicharito?
No, I think the best, maybe Hugo Sanchez. As far as like what he meant, I guess Hugo Sanchez. I've never seen him play, but from what I've heard, yeah. But in my era, I would probably have to say, maybe Chicharito. He's the all-time goal scorer of Mexico.
Okay.
And he has a good history of during around Europe and stuff. So I think he would probably be one of the best ones.
Do you bet money on him or no?
No.
Why you don't bet nothing, bro?
I don't bet
nothing,
anything. No.
Why you don't bet money?
Because I lose money every time I bet. I'm not gonna
that doesn't give you like, okay, like, next time I'm going, if I bet this, I'm going to win more. Like, doesn't, because for me, I lose money, but then I say, the next day I will be better.
No, I don't get that urge, I guess.
No?
I mean, I guess maybe if I was to win like big, maybe then. But until I do that, then no. Because every time I bet, I've lost, so.
Well, better stay that way.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to be down the well.
Keep my money there for now and see where it goes, Yeah,
that's
so.
Good. Well, you guys are still there, still watching. Thank you very much. I mean,
thank you guys.
You can always go. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what you guys think outside the camera. What you guys think?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Comment below which sports you think is script in your opinion. What sport could be easier to script, right?
Yeah.
To be rigged. What do you think about Tani and the interpreter?
Oh, yeah,
who's actually placing
placing
those bets, right?
That's a good one.
Eventually they will find out. I mean, there's no doubt of that.
I think. Well, I mean, my honest opinion, I think Otani is involved.
No, of course.
They're just trying to clean
they're
him
trying to
up.
cover it up.
Is he addicted to that? Because you got a lot of money, man.
Yeah, let me tell you, I lost a bet against the Dodgers. Maybe he was influenced my bet, so I want my money back.
And Peter wants his money back. And
please
they were
reach out to
definitely
him,
involved.
giving his money back, please.
Yes, because
we would really apprate it.
They were making baseball fun over there. That's what they were doing. Because I was seeing the highlights, I'm like, yeah, they definitely would. They were like hitting the third base, making errors and shit, and they were like making hits, home runs. Definitely. Tell us what you think.
Please.
In the comment below. Thank you very much for watching our fourth
Thank you guys for watching.
Guys, this is our fourth one.
That's
and
insane.
Many to go. Many
more to go. Many more to go.
Many more trash talk we're going to have to talk here. That we don't know shit about, but we still talk. So subscribe if you still like our stuff here.
Comment what you guys want to see, I guess. What you guys want us to talk about. I mean, we try our best to talk about these subjects.
And if you like the way we set it up this time around, let us know. That way we can still do the same setting instead of sitting in the sofa. Because sometimes I get sleepy if I sit on the sofa.
Me
sometimes
too, man.
I don't want to talk too much.
Me too.
But anything you want to add before we close down the best podcast in whole Naples, Florida? Okay, the only barbershop doing a podcast right now. I gotta tell you this. This is the best barbershop.
In Naples?
In Naples. In the whole
Florida.
Naples, bro. You can look around and
in the
check
239.
239, yes. Naples, Florida. Come here.
No, I just say please come visit us whenever you guys are free. Get a haircut, have a conversation with us. Yeah.
We can talk about everything, bro. We talk in our regular daily basis.
With no filter.
With no filter. Like, there's no edit behind this. There's nothing. We talk with clients. They say their opinion. We give my opinion, our opinion, and we go from there.
Yeah.
And we don't, sometimes we don't know what we even talk about, but we still
just
talk anyway. Yeah,
that's all it is, man.
And that's what barbershop is all about, right?
What do you think?
Talking. Barbershop, what happens in the barbershop, it stays in the barbershop.
In the barbershop,
What do you think?
Yes.
What do you think, Peter?
What do you think, Peter?
What do you have to say?
I think Mayweather.
Yes.
Mayweather, bro.
I like it. I like
Bro,
this, bro. This is the real stuff,
yeah,
bro. We're
stuff.
professional.
Yeah, exactly.
Who said we're professional? We ain't professional.
We're not.
We're just doing this for fun, bro.
I mean, I'm pretty much professional. I got my license, but
Well, we are in barbering industry. Yes, we're professional. I'm talking about the podcast, bro.
No, yeah.
Podcast. We're just here with a mic.
Not yet. We're just here with the mic, just having conversations,
Regular barbershop conversation. If you want to join us every day, come here every day. We can cut your hair every day, and we can talk every day. Simple.
I like that.
You like that? Every day. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
This is our end of the episode. I hope it's less than 30 minutes. If not, I gotta edit the shit out of this video.
You might have to, man. You might have to.
I might have to, because we did talk a lot.
Please, if you guys are sleeping, wake up. That's right.
This is not a commercial of Caught Looking, guys.
It's not a commercial.
Just saying, okay? Just want to throw that out. And we're out.
We're out.
Peace.
Peace.